reach 1,000 in chess, do you? Well, you come to the right place, because not only am I 1,700, not only do I have blue eyes, not only am I amazing when it comes to the ladies, you know what, when you go... It's time to talk about chess. Let's go. I've been playing chess for about 2 years, and in that time, I've realized it's very hard.
That's what she said.
But there's certain things that when you're starting out, you should know. And these are the things you should know. I'm going to play a few games, and we're going to go through it. And, you know, hopefully you'll learn a thing or two. It's my first video on this channel, so, you know, help. Because this is my first video on this channel, I'm going to do a diamond membership giveaway. So leave your chess.com name in the comments below and your rating as of right now. And, yeah. Alright, so let's jump into some games and let's see what we can do. Here we go. So I'm 800 rated. I'm going to jump into a rapid game. And, bro, let's just see what we can do. Hopefully you guys can learn a thing or two about, like, the openers. I'm only 1,700. I feel like I know how, like, 1,000 rated player plays better than someone who's, like, 2,500. Because I was 1,000, like, this year. And they were 1,000 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm close. I'm more relatable. That's all I think. Anyway, here we go. We got a game. All right, let's just play basic. All right, so E4, the most common opening in chess. Let's play that. Why is he playing the Scandinavian against me? All right, the best move is to take. Here we go. All right, let's see what this guy does. So, I'm going to bring out my pieces. I'm going to bring out my pawns, and we're going to develop slowly. There's no need to rush anything. A lot of people think, like, at lower levels, bringing out your queen is the best thing. Oh, you need to always bring out your queen. You always do this. But it's not. There's so many better moves you can do. So right now, I'm going to develop a piece and gain a tempo by attacking his queen. So his queen has to go somewhere. Where's it going to go? Is it going to go back? Is normally the best move, or it can go there. Okay, he's gone there. I think that's a blunder because I can just do this. And then if he goes here, I can just put my pawn there, I think. Or even my queen. But I'm not going to take it. I'm going to put my queen here instead. The best thing, oh, you need to always bring out your queen. You always do this. But it's not. So I'm double aligning on this file. So now if whatever he does here, I've got a double attack here. Maybe taking the pawn was the best option. This guy's playing the Scandinavian. This is not a good example for me on showing you how to open up. But we're going to keep going anyway. Still got my bishop there. Still got my other bishop there. These pieces need to be developed. Putting the queen there probably wasn't the best move. And you gone down rating. But it's okay. Alright, so let's think. So I could push that pawn and then I could develop this. I could even do something like that, but that's not really doing much. Let's just play nice and sensible. And we can push the pawn here, because if he can't take, because it's pinned, because my queen is x-raying his king. So he can't take. Okay, he's done that. So I think I can just take here. So if I take, let's think. So if I take. I mean, that looks pretty good for me. So we're going to go with it. And I've lost. Is he going to take? If he doesn't take, I've got this dangerous check inbound. And if he pushes the pawn, then I can take with... Okay, he did take. So now I'm going to take. And he could block with his queen. He could block with this. But what if he does any of those? If he doesn't block with his queen, then I'm taking that. And then it's looking a bit dangerous for my opponent. Okay, block with his queen. That's probably the right move. So now, key moment in the game. So I could either take the queen, or I could develop a piece, and then when he takes my queen, take his queen, and I'm attacking. And that looks like the better option to me. So I think we're going to do that. So we're going to bring our bishop out, so that we block this with this. So that we can recapture with our bishop. That is pretty good. I'm scared. Okay, so that's not a bad move either. So now that he's done that, I can win a pawn. So if I take the queen, he has to take back with the bishop, and I could take this pawn here. Winning pawns in the early stages of the game is really important. So let's win a pawn, because that seems like a logical move, right? Let's do that. So we win a pawn. Yay. Now, I'm not sure what he's going to do now. He could potentially attack my king. We're not there. He could bring this over. He could think about developing another piece. Got a few moves here. My next move may be castle if he doesn't do anything with his king and he doesn't attack my bishop. In the first stages of the game, the best things to do is to get castled, develop your pieces, get your pawns and control the center. Basic opening principles, okay? Okay, that was a nice move because he's attacking this, but he's left himself open to this potentially. but not right now. I could just develop this. That looks like a good move to me. So I can develop this, which protects this pawn and also gets my last piece out so I can then castle. That looks good to me. Let's do that. So far we're up 2 pawns in the first 13 moves. So that's pretty good. That's quite good. That's what we want. Okay. So that's not a terrible move. And it allows me to maybe play that move, which could be a fork, but when I take that, he just takes back with the pawn. And then this piece could potentially... Where's this piece going? Over here? Interesting. Maybe I do play that move. Maybe I do. Like, if you see any other moves at any point, like, let me know. Like, game 1, you should have went rook e1 at move 60. Like, tell me. Because I'm learning as well. I may be slightly better than you because you're watching this video to try and get 1,000 rated. Potentially, you may be at 2,000 just like mocking me. Who knows? But I'm learning too. Like, I want to get to 2,000. I'm 1,700 rapid. Like, I want to get to 2,000 by the end of the year if possible. That's a stretch. That's what she said. Okay, so I think the safest choice here is to just... Let's just castle. Let's just castle. And then maybe this move next if he doesn't do anything. Okay. So now I'm thinking we could play this move. Yeah, I kind of like that. So let's think. So I go there, and then he's going to move this back here. This is only a free move. We can go there as well, I guess. Okay. I could also attack his rook, but then he just slides to the right. But then I could go there. And then this, it looks really weakening. Let's do that. No. Yes. So informative and teaching. I'm so good at chess. I might as well end the game. End the game. Okay, so he's just moved to the... Okay, that's good. That's a good move. A basic thing in chess at pretty much any level is when you're up material, it's good to trade pieces. So I should be thinking maybe about doing this and then trying to get this off the board. Like maybe he'll take back there and then I'll get a piece up. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think about trades. So I could go here and then I almost force a trade here. So I'm going to either take that one or take that one. I'm up 2 pawns, as you can see at the bottom down here. And it's good. I mean, it's a pretty good game so far. I'm feeling quite comfortable. See what he does. So I'll probably go back here, attacking my bishop, which in that case I will take. Just keep it really simple. I think that I always try and do, and I still try and do, and I still try and do, is I try to play these like tricky moves that I don't even know how they work, and then I end up losing like 4 pieces. I'm like, chess, why are you so... But realistically, it's just my fault for playing stupid moves. Okay, so my opponent moved there. That's not a great move because he's forgot about this knight here. So I can just take that knight. And then he's kind of just down a knight. That wasn't the best move from my opponent there. He just blundered a knight, which is not the best. It was probably the worst move. Okay, so now my opponent has left this pawn unguarded in the corner. So I can just take this one if I want. And then he's not gonna, if he does do that, then it's probably not worth sacking it. When you take a piece with the rook, it's called sacking the exchange. Because the rook is worth more points than the bishop. The bishop is worth 3, and the rook is worth 5. So when you sack it, or even 6 sometimes, all the pieces' points are relative to the position. So at the moment, this bishop is quite powerful. This is maybe worth like 4 points, although it's being attacked by this rook. So you got to think. So I could just take this pawn. And I don't see any problem with that, and I could drop back and then attack his rook, which looks quite nice, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take it. If he takes there, that's not a good move, because he's down a lot of material, and he's losing another rook for my bishop. My bishop's controlling a bunch of squares, but realistically. Okay, so now we've got... I know I said about tactics and stuff, but I got a little tactic here. So I'm going to put my rook here in anticipation that he won't move this. And if he doesn't move this, then I've got this little cheeky thing, which is a discovered check, and then my rook would just be able to take. So let's see if this happens. He's going to move this pawn probably to try and attack this, but I'm not sure. Okay, so my opponent doesn't see it, so I can take, and then whatever he does, I can just take there. So it's a cheeky little low-level tactic, and it wins me a rook. It wins me a pawn and a rook. So now I can take the rook. And now I'm up a considerable amount of material. I'm up +9, which is decent, fam. You get me. You get me, son. Man, be like, what? So glad that I'm winning. I thought I was going to lose the first game. How to get 1,000 rated. Also, how to lose against 1,000 rated players. I'm not losing any games in this video. You hear me? What's that? Yes. I don't have a rating, but I'm not losing any games. Alright, so my opponent has attacked my rook. So I don't see... oh, that's actually a really good move. That's a good move, but then I forgot that this was protecting it. So it's not the greatest move, but it's not a bad move. Alright, so we're going to go here, and then we're going to see if we can go there, and then I'll fork the 2 pieces. So let's go there first. My opponent might not realize that this is protected, and he might try and take with either of these. Maybe, potentially. Probably not. We will see. We'll see what he does. Or she. Or they. Or him. Or me. Or tortoise. If you guys haven't already, drop a like. This is my first video on this channel. Pretty much my first chess video ever. I stream every single day, by the way, on chess. On Twitch. So, you know, if you want to chill out. Okay, here we go. So we got a good little opportunity here. So I can move my rook there. And not only does it attack both this piece and this piece, you always got to be careful of back ranks as well. Back rank is when I leave my back rank, so this whole thing here unprotected, and then a piece can just fly in and then checkmate. So let's go there. And then if he takes, I've got to check. So many little discovered checks. I'm trying not to play like with tactics, but for some reason they just keep coming up. So now I'm attacking both of these pieces, so my opponent has to choose what he's going to do. Okay, so decides to go back. That's a good move. That protects both pieces. That's nice. I like that. So now I can try and kick this knight out. I kind of like that move, because if he takes at any point, or he takes, I've got to check. So I could do that, and then he's not going to play that, because I could just take it. So let's try and kick the knight out. Let's get it out. Get it out of the game, baby. And if he does this move, that's a blunder, because I can check him first. And then I can come back with the bishop and take. I'm not sure what rating this guy is, because for some reason the ratings aren't there. I literally just made this account. Speedrun account. They'll get their points back. So like we just said, we can put a check in. And we win our piece back. If he blocks with the rook, then I can take the rook, and I can take this now. So not the strongest move, but we will take it. So now I'm up plus 11 material. I'm up a lot of material, and the game's looking like it's almost over. Not quite. So now we need to look at what we got. So the simplest way of playing endgame stuff like this is just by pushing your pawns. So I've got 3 pawns here. 2 part of, you know, kind of where this, once this one's gone, we can maybe think about getting rid of that one first, actually. Let's just put him in a check first, just to get this bishop out of the way, ready for our pawns to push. And then maybe we'll go here and threaten to attack this, but really we're threatening to check and take the last pawn. Or maybe we're not. Or maybe we're not. Now we are. Let's go back over here. We want to get rid of this last pawn. He's got a light squared bishop, so the only way to protect this would be to go there, but he can't because I'm blocking it. So this pawn's going to fall when I see pushes. Okay, so he decides not to push. Fair enough. So we're going to take that pawn. And now we have 3 passed pawns. This one's protected by this, just in case you're wondering. Okay, so now we're just going to push the pawns, make queens, and try and checkmate him. That's the end plan. We've only got a minute left in this game. So we're going to be careful, but we're going to be precise and quick. I couldn't even play that because he's coming in with a pawn. I don't want any sort of counterplay. So just put him in a check with the pawn. Can't take back because obviously it's protected. And he's going to have to go back to one of these squares, and he's chose to go here. Okay. All right, let's just keep pushing the pawn. We've got 59 seconds left. Okay, that doesn't threaten it. He's trying to block that. But I can simply just put a check in. And then advance my pawn. Ah, yeah, baby! So it looks like we're going to get the win, which is good. So let's push the pawn. He could take here. Sack his last piece. Okay, he's done that. Which is fair enough. Now he's just got a king. And he should resign now. But I think this is the sort of guy that's going to play on. So he's just going to keep playing on, which is fair. And then we're just going to keep pushing our pieces. And then we're going to bring this in the game. Everything's protected. He can't get in at all. We can get there. And I've lost. And once I push this pawn... Or I could even just take this and then just push these pawns here. So many different ideas here. There's not much this guy can do. Apart from just chill out, fam. Now he's completely blocked. He can't get in any of these squares. He can get that square, actually. Then if he does that, I'll just put in a check. Come over here. Take the last pawn. This pawn's protected by the bish. So we'll go over here. Got to be careful with stalemates. We don't want to put him in a stalemate at all. But we want to win as simply as we can. So now his king's completely blocked off at the end, and he's resigned the game. Right, should we have a look at our game review? I played like a 1300 that game, and this guy played like an 850. So we played 87.5%. My opponent played quite well, 73.6%. That was a really good game. So there was one miss in that game. So should we have a quick gander at the game? Always look at I always love the eval bar to see what the engine thinks. So my opponent played the Scandinavian, and then already after move 3, he's kind of completely lost because I can. Oh, that was the miss win. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, I should have pinned his queen at the start. Regardless of that, oh my god, what a knobhead. What a bellend. He already blundered in the first 3 moves, and I didn't even catch it. That's why I'm only 1,700 people. But I made that move. He still lost, and then he made that move, and then we played the best move, every single move, apart from that. Why did I miss that? How did I miss that move? It just pins his queen, he's lost his queen. Oh, what an absolute fool. I bet people are watching this like, I'm 600 rated, man. I saw that with my eyes closed. Okay, all right. Everyone makes mistakes. Let's keep going. There'll always be games where you forget to make the best move. Like, the obvious move right in front of you, you're going to miss it sometimes. Okay, so my opponent was 679 rated. So he played quite well, considering. Apart from blundering his queen and like the first 3 moves that I didn't even notice, he played quite well. Let's play one more game, shall we? Let's go. Okay, so no idea what my opponent... No idea what rate. Do I have like a setting off? Why can't I see my opponent's? Okay. All right. I'm going to recommend for anyone that's under 1,000, whatever opening they play with white, just play C6. I feel like this is a very strong move. And already my opponent, he's made 2 moves with his knight. And like, what's he planning on doing? What's the point of that? What's he planning on doing? He's just creating weaknesses already. Already I can attack that, but I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe I can just push the pawn in the middle. Yeah, let's control more of the center. And let's attack this knight. Let's see what he's doing with this knight. Where's that knight going? Okay, so he's pushing it back. Okay, fair enough. Now I'm going to push my other pawn into the center. Look how much of the center I already control. I control so much. I control the opening 4 squares. Okay, so he's brought his other knight out. What happens if I just push there? Is he going to come here? I could literally just chase him around the board with the pawns. But we don't want to do too much stuff like that. I want to play reasonably controlled. Don't make any darting decisions or anything like that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put that knight there, and then we're going to push the pawn. And then once we push the pawn, okay, we're not going to push the pawn. Maybe we could push this pawn. We could bring this knight in the game, and then we can attack this pawn. We could even push this here. That's not the best move, though. I could bring this out and pin it after I... So he's attacking this pawn here. So I have to do something about this. So I could push, or I could bring my knight out. I kind of like developing a piece. I also like pushing. Oh, I literally did not mean to do that. Okay, that was a big misclick. I did not mean to do that. I was meant to bring my knight out, but I clicked as I moved. Great move! This speedrun is just genius. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you made it through to this far in the video, the password is lemon. Lemon nipples. Leave it down below. Give it some points in my stream. Okay, so I've pushed the pawn, and now my opponent's thinking, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Where's he going? I've controlled more of the board, so he could challenge my pawn and try and undermine it. In that case, I'd probably bring my bishop here to try and protect it. There's a few things that could happen here. Let's see what my opponent, Mr. T2, does in this. Okay, so he's just pushed this pawn forward, allowing his bishop to come out. Okay, cool. At the start of the game, you want to... At the start of the game, you want to develop your pieces. Develop your pawns to the center, control the center to get your pieces up. They're the best things to do at the start of the game. So, what can I do now? I could develop my bishop here and then get castled. And then he pin. He could try and push me back. So, let's have a look. So, I kind of like just maybe develop the bishop. Develop the bishop. Ain't got any knight jumps at the moment. And his pin now. He could play this, which in that case is completely reasonable. I've also got this looming, but I kind of want him to bring this bishop out. But he ain't got any squares for the bishop. My pawns are controlling like all of the white squares, so my opponent's bishop is kind of looking a bit dire. So I can push back, and then we could trade. So he might take, and then I'll take. Gets my queen out, but then he can just push my queen away with that. So maybe I'll take, and I'll try and damage his pawn structure. Let's go with this. Let's play like this. Okay. So now maybe I want to get castled. Basic principles. Develop your pieces. Get castled. Okay. So he's protected this pawn. That's probably a good shout. What do we want to do now? What do we want to do now? Maybe we think about storming our own little march down here. But it's not necessary completely right now. We could even think about maybe bringing this out, and then if he tries to counter, we could bring our queen, and then quite a nice attack there. Not really. Let's develop our knight. Let's develop our knight. He's got this square for his knight. Maybe I should have pushed my pawn there to try and stop it. Okay, now he's attacking in the center with that move. Okay. Alright, alright. So we could push, and then he might attack. Then I can go here, and then if he takes, then I don't mind that trade. That looks okay for me. No, because then he's got this, and then this is protected. He's a genius. So I'm not worrying too much about this, because if he takes, I can just take back. So I need to think about maybe I want to get my rook centralized. Let's get my rook centralized. Let's see. See what he does here. If he takes, then I could take with the knight, or I could take with the pawn. Okay, so he takes. So I could take with the pawn, but if I do that, then it opens his bishop up to come over here. So maybe I'll just take with the knight. And also got knight jumps in the future, if this goes anywhere sneaky. Let's see what he does. He might bring it there. Yeah, I was thinking he might do that. Okay. Nothing to worry about. I could just bring this here, which attacks and defends. I think that's probably the most logical move. Yeah, let's do that. I don't mind that. I could even take with the pawn now, because once his light square bishop's gone, I don't have to worry about this diagonal as much. And then I can get a stronger center going. Kind of like that, actually. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Son of a bitch. Okay. So that's a nice move. So he's attacked. Wow. So he's attacked my knight, so stopping me. So if he takes there, I can't take there anymore because my queen is there. So I could always just move my queen out of the scope. I could even move my queen over here. And then that attacks this pawn, and also now this is hanging. I kind of like that move. Let's do that. Yeah, that's quite a nice move. Here we go. So if he takes there, do I even need to take back straight away? Can I just take there? So many questions. I feel like I need to watch a video on how to get to 2000 to figure out the position. So if he takes, I can take. If he takes, I can take. If he tries to protect this side of the board by castle or anything, this is just hanging. Okay, I feel like black's winning here. I feel like black must be winning here. Just. Well done, I beat a 700 and I'm 1700. Good job. Not playing like 1700. Playing like a 2000, that's what I'm playing like. Playing like a 3000, baby. So I could take there and then control this square in the center, and then I got a knight jump if he doesn't take that next. But even if he takes that, I can open up the file for my rook. Do I just take that now, though? I feel like that's the stronger move, taking that. Call me crazy. I feel like that's the stronger move. Because if I take... What's he going to do? He can go there. If I take, then like that's like his only move. I'm going to go for this. I said about not playing stupid moves, but here we go. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to think logically. Like, logically thinking in chess is the best way of doing things. Don't do anything stupid as I do stupid things. Because now that I've taken that, his only move is that. Otherwise, he loses rook, and then we trade queens, and I'm up loads of material. And this piece is still hanging. I feel like that was the good move. I'll look at the engine afterwards, and it's like, it couldn't have been any more wrong. Let's see what my opponent does. Okay, so my opponent took there. Okay. I could take with the rook. I could take with the queen. Okay. I feel like my opponent, that was probably a good, I don't know. Sure. Maybe I just take with the rook. Let's keep the rook on the back rank, and let's take with the queen. He's not going to do that, so now we have to do something about this rook. He can either move his king, he could castle even, but I don't think castle is wise because we've got this coming in. Okay, so now I've got this coming in regardless. I could even put it there. No, because then he just... No, yeah, he can't. Because if he pushes, I can take... Let's maybe try this. I'm attacking his... maybe attack his rook first. No, let's attack... I like this attack of the queen. Let's attack the queen. Let's attack the queen. Because if he pushes his pawn, I can just take. And then it's pretty much checkmate. He can't stop. If he takes, then it's checkmate. Okay, he did. So now I can push the pawn. Check. And his only defense is that. And then it's protected. This is quite a quick game, actually, to be fair. My opponent made some interesting moves that made me question things. But ultimately, we did well. We made 2 blunders. For sake! Let's have a look. Oh, look, I played like a 1,100. Oh, perfect. I mean, I'm not intentionally playing like this. I'm just trying to make the moves that I think that are the best moves. But it's perfect for the video because I'm trying to describe how to get to 1,000. And these are the moves that you should make when trying. This is the thought process you should have. Exactly what I was thinking that game was a 1,000 rated game. Have I really lost like 700 points just by making this video? All right, here we go. So that guy was 892 rated, that guy. Okay, all right. So we didn't make any blunders. We had one miss though. Okay. A game where you don't make a blunder is always a successful game in my eyes, I think. Right, so the engine's like, what's he doing here? So I attack, and then he pushes it back. Control more of the center. Develop my knight. Okay. So pushing was okay. What was the best move? The best move was... Oh, the best move was to take. Okay. Doesn't that allow his queen or like a... I don't know. Okay. And then we go through. What do we got? Seems pretty... We make good moves. I want to see that move that... All right, here we go. So the queen moved there. So we took, which was an inaccuracy. And then that was a miss. No way. I should have just taken back. Oh, wow. Doesn't feel like it. I guess so, because then I've got this coming. Maybe that is wise. Yeah, yeah. So he took, which was another inaccuracy. And then I should have taken with the rook. Because if I took with the rook, then whenever he moves this, I've got this. Not even that. What was the move? Oh, that? Oh, engine likes that. That's quite nice. And then if he blocks, then I've got a check. And then his only move is that, and it's checkmate as well. Wow. Oh, yes, baby. Okay, cool. If you guys have any ideas for videos or anything, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this. If you've made it this far, like, oh my god, thank you so much. Because this has been pure garbage. But I hope it was entertaining for you. And I hope you maybe picked up something. I don't know. Did I say anything useful? I have no idea. But I want to make some chess videos. And even if this one is hopefully the next one will be good. Thank you for watching. I live stream daily on Twitch. If you ever want a game, just join my stream and challenge me. I always play you guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.